I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I have a mega movie plan. Today, I'm back with another mega video for you all. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Strange. Yes, the very first Doctor Strange movie. Yes, Doctor Strange. I'm doing this because we're on the road to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I already did my mega pregame show for that movie. I will link that video in the description below. Make sure you check that one out after this video, of course. Mega pregame show! And then we got to go and rank these Doctor Strange movies after I've seen the new one, of course. So tons of Doctor Strange content this week. Don't want to miss any of it. So if you're just discovering the channel, subscribe right now. But what we're going to do with this video here is I'm going to go over my general thoughts. I'm going to go over the good, the bad, and my recommendation on whether you should go back and watch Doctor Strange 1 in preparation for Multiverse of Madness. So without further ado, let the madness begin!
There's a strength to him.
But is he ready?
Now to get into the good of the movie. So Benedict Cumberbatch plays our Doctor Strange character, and I really like how this movie starts out. You got Doctor Strange being all cocky, saying, you know what, I can do anything, I am the master surgeon. And he's just so full of himself, and he's doing good work, he's helping people, absolutely, but just how his tone about it is, very cocky type of character. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Tony Stark's Iron Man character. And so we got Benedict Cumberbatch being a very cocky Doctor Strange, trying to find out different surgeries that are going to make his name even more well known, but he gets distracted while driving. Don't get distracted while driving. And so he gets distracted while driving out there. Boom, crash, accident. And then there's that one great moment in the hospital where Doctor Strange is waking up, realizing what happened to him. He sees his hands, and oh my goodness, he's like, what did they do to me? And Christina's like, no one could have done better. And Doctor Strange is like, I could have done better. Oh my goodness, that just gives you the feels. It's such a heart-wrenching moment, because it's just like, yeah, you're a great surgeon, but sometimes even you need help. You can't do everything yourself. And so Doctor Strange wants to get the use of his hands back so they stop twitching. And so he travels to Kamar-Taj in Nepal because he heard, wow, there's something there that can heal him. And then he figures out he's talking to the Sorcerer Supreme, and Sorcerer Supreme is talking about healing your own self. Doctor Strange just not getting it at all. He's like, wait, what is this, like some kind of nanoscience technology here? And then he realizes, oh no, you're talking about chakras and that kind of self-healing. And then I really like how this movie introduced magic to the MCU. Before this movie, you know, it was really about kind of science and technology and earthly things. Or, of course, you can talk about how it's more like Asgard, but that even was a little bit more believable than, I guess you would say, magic. And so this movie does a great job just introducing something completely different into the MCU, kind of spices it up a little bit, gives us a different dimension of how we can have these superheroes now. And so awesome looking abilities in this movie. How they're able to conjure up weapons is really fun, and just all the action scenes are pretty good. And then how Doctor Strange gets the use of his cape to help him out in this movie. I mean, that's such a cool relic. And then this movie looks spectacular just when it goes into like mirror dimensions, and just to see kind of how it folds space around itself and buildings shift and move. I mean, visually, this is one of the coolest looking Marvel movies. And then this movie finishes off strong in that third act. We get an awesome action sequence with Doctor Strange going against Caecilius, and he's reversing time with the Infinity Stone. And so that's a really cool looking moment. And then you see the Dark World arriving, and he goes and faces off against Dormammu, but he uses his wits to outsmart Dormammu. So really good finish to this movie. I have a lot of fun with this movie.
What if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
Now to get into the bad of the movie. Now the main issue with this movie is the main villain, Caecilius. Yes, I just do not like this villain at all. Everything from the design to the personality. I just don't think he's a great villain. And you know what? They don't give us enough backstory with this character to really care about him being a villain. He's just not really interesting. It's just kind of like he went evil because he went evil. Of course, we need a villain for this movie. So I wish they gave us a little bit more of that backstory so we could actually connect to that character. So when the awesome action sorcerer fights are going on, we're a little bit more invested in them. It's awesome to have a good fight between a great hero and a great villain. But here, it was just kind of like, don't really care about that guy. Pretty forgettable. And then another issue I have with the movie is that they really don't explain the time lapse with Doctor Strange's character, because it seems like he learns all this sorcery and spells like rather quickly, and it's kind of quick cut jumpy to it. And so I was just kind of wondering, hey, what was actually the time frame for him to become a master sorcerer? Because it actually happens pretty quickly, of course, through a few convenient plot elements in there. And so to me, that was just kind of not explained as well. And you know what? This movie could have used a little bit more humor. There are some humorous moments. Wong is funny in a couple scenes here and there, especially when he's listening to Beyonce and going, whoa, and Doctor Strange is grabbing those books behind him. But I don't know, to me, there just wasn't a ton of humor. Yeah, they had that one little mantra password Wi-Fi moment, but the rest of the movie, I don't know, I was missing that humor. I thought this movie was going to be a lot more funny than we had, because usually Marvel movies are pretty reliable on their humor. So those were just some of the few flaws I noticed in Doctor Strange.
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to.
Now to get into my recommendation of the movie. Yes, you need to go back and see Doctor Strange 1 before Doctor Strange 2 to see the great origin story of this character. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Doctor Strange, yo. And I do think there's going to be characters that come back from this first movie. I do think we're going to see Mordor. I do think we're going to see Wong. And I think we're going to see a lot of things that show up from the past events of Doctor Strange 1. So I do think there's going to be some connection there. And also, Doctor Strange 1 is just an awesome movie. It's a fun time. It's not perfect. It does have some flaws. It's not top shelf Marvel. To me, it's more mid-tier. But mid-tier Marvel is still pretty good Marvel. And so to me, I had a good time with this movie. Good character development. Some cool looking visual aspects, as I mentioned. And to me, it's just necessary to get that super hype going for Doctor Strange 2. So I have to recommend you go back and see this one, and especially if you've never seen Doctor Strange 1, you gotta see this movie just so you have that intro to the Doctor Strange character. But to me, every time I watch this movie, it does get a little bit better. I do think Doctor Strange is going to be a key character in the Marvel Universe going forward for a bunch of future movies as well.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
So that will do it for my mega review of Doctor Strange 1. Yes, Doctor Strange! Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the first Doctor Strange movie, and how excited are you for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? I've come to bargain. And if you're just discovering the channel, make sure you subscribe right now so I can get you all this mega movie goodness, because I post often. I'm here to bargain. I've come to bargain. It's time to bargain. I will not end this time loop until you subscribe and like the video. And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man, reminding you to make every day a movie day.